Hi guys, it's Miss Fife. I'm here to tell you what you need to get done for today. It's Monday, April 27th. I really enjoyed the letters that I had an opportunity to read, the first paragraphs that you guys started on Thursday. Today you're going to finish another paragraph. It's going to be a one-day assignment. In addition to that one-day assignment, you also are going to work on some more compound sentence practice. I'm going to start with the compound sentence practice. Today's compound sentence practice will be really familiar because it is a rewind of last week's. What I found in doing and going over your work from last week is that there were a lot of missing subjects and verbs in the compound sentences. So I just want to reiterate that when you write a compound sentence, you need a subject and a verb in both sides of the conjunction or the semicolon. So for example, this sentence, a group of hunters went to Africa, and then it was blank. You needed to have a subject and a verb after the comma and. So I provide an example here. It's a group of hunters went to Africa, comma, and they shot an endangered rhinoceros. You're going to finish each of these sentences following the formula. I'm only giving you the first 5 from last week, and then the second 5, so you have 10 things to do, is the subject-verb identification procedure for this set of sentences here. Remember, if there's a comma, CI, you know it's a compound sentence, and if there's a semicolon, you know it's going to be an I, semicolon I, compound sentence. As long as there's a subject and a verb on both sides of that semicolon or conjunction, you've got yourself a compound sentence. If you have a simple sentence, you need to make sure that you're labeling it appropriately. These are the labels for a compound sentence: SV, SSV, SVV, or SSVV. So for example, right here, sentence number 6, there's no comma and no semicolon. So as long as it's an independent clause, it's a simple sentence. A mailman ran down the street and delivered the mail. Well, what happened? He ran, and I'm going to use the highlighter up here instead of sending it to Notability because I'm on my computer. And he also delivered. There are no helping verbs in this sentence, which makes it a little easier to identify. Who ran and delivered? The mailman ran and delivered. I'm going to highlight that in blue, and then that lets me know this is an SVV. Got it? Okay, you're going to go through and identify the sentence types and highlight or use Notability and use the underlining strategy for all of those sentences. The second part of today's assignment is to complete paragraph 2 of your teacher appreciation letter. And paragraph 2 is what it feels like to be out of school. You're going to write this letter in Google Docs, indent the first sentence of each paragraph, and double space. In each paragraph, you must use at least one simple sentence, one compound I, CI sentence, and one I, semicolon I. You will then use the subject-verb identification procedure for those 3 sentences. I'm going to show you how I did it for this week because I found last week when some of you guys used Notability and some of you didn't, that it was very confusing to read over your work and also to give you feedback. So I think the best deal is to use Google Docs, and you could even share your Google Doc with me, and then we can make comments back and forth. So if you would do that, I would love it. Google Docs is the way to go. And I'm going to show you what I did. So here's my paragraph 2, what it feels like to be out of school. And once again, I want you to use Arial and use a 12-point font. I also want it to be double spaced. So on my computer, line spacing is right here and I can click double. But for you on the iPad, I believe it's always under Format, and you look for the line spacing that has the arrow and the lines. You can select all and then hit double space, or you can hit double space when you start a document and the rest of it will be double spaced. I indented the first sentence and I wrote, being out of school right now is bizarre. I miss seeing my friends and I miss the routine. My whole family is home all day. We are each working in our own little offices. The days seem to run into each other. My mom is constantly asking, what day is it? We all have to check our phones to answer her question. I miss having a regular schedule. It's hard to pay attention to all the videos and assignments from school. I wish I could just ask a quick question or come to your desk for help. I used to complain a lot about going to school, but now I can't wait to return. So that is a complete paragraph. I pulled out 3 sentences and put them down here. It would be great if you would do this. Um, the thing about using it in Docs is that there's no underlining available, but there is the highlighter up here if you pick a highlight color. So that's what I did. So the first sentence I picked out as my simple sentence is I miss having a regular schedule. That is right here. I just selected that sentence and then I copied it, copy and paste it down at the bottom. Then I went ahead and I highlighted blue for the subject. So I picked blue, you see that there, and red for the verb. So this is a simple SV. Next one, I, comma, CI. I have a I miss seeing my friends, comma, and I miss the routine. Do you see I misses a lot in this paragraph? I miss seeing my friends and I miss the routine. There is a subject and a verb on each side of that conjunction, so I know that that is the proper format. And the last one that had a semicolon was my whole family is home all day, which is an independent clause. Semicolon, we are each working in our own little offices. That's also an independent clause. And I highlighted here subject, verb, linking verb. So are working is one complete verb phrase. I look forward to reading your second paragraphs. Remember, you're writing to the same teacher that you were writing to for the first paragraph. I did give some feedback for the first paragraphs already, but some of you I haven't gotten there yet. Feel free to revise your first paragraph after seeing what we were doing today if it gave you some ideas. Remember, your teachers really just want to hear from you, and I want it to be grammatically correct. So we're doing our best to write a wholesome and friendly letter to our teachers. I look forward to reading what you guys have, and if you have any questions, you can email me. Remember, I would love for you to just share this document with me, so you can enter jfife at htsd.us, and you can share with me. Make it so that either I can edit or I can comment. That's up to you. If you do it as I can edit, I can do both of those things, and I will track all my edits for you so that you can accept them or not. Send that to me, and then make sure you submit in Google Classroom your compound sentence work. Have a great day, you guys.